Lewis Success Academy, presenting HRS Indicator 2.4. Teachers are provided with clear, ongoing evaluations of their pedagogical strengths and weaknesses that are based on multiple sources of data and are consistent with student achievement data. Areas of growth and strength were determined through student and staff surveys. On the student side, out of 81 responses, average score of 3.92. So obviously some areas of growth to explore in there. On the staff side, from 5 staff responses, average score of 4.23. And data backed here with surveys collected and tabulated to show an average score, the standard deviation of what each response was for each item number. So we had that for staff, and then being able to organize this all on the student side as well. So an area of strength, the school leaders use highly specific rubrics to give me accurate feedback about my pedagogical strengths and weaknesses. Staff score on average of 4.2. And then from the administrative side, I use highly specific rubrics to give teachers accurate feedback about their pedagogical strengths and weaknesses. And administrators average a score of 4.0 there. So strength indicated and backed up by Gemba walks, which are completed by administrators on a regular basis. Informal walkthroughs occur at a minimum of once a week. Feedback is given immediately by one-on-one meeting with teacher and administrator, as well as on our coaching board posted in our classroom. Formal walks are done once a month. Post meetings are scheduled to discuss what went well and what skills need continued improvement based off of the scale rating on the rubric. So just to show an example of the Gemba walk, each time administration or any type of supervisor comes into a classroom to observe the teacher practices, Gemba walks to be filled out showing what was observed in content, context, so on and so forth, identify overall strengths and areas for growth. The score will be given out, and then administrators and teachers are able to meet and go over these to find areas that can be addressed, what areas are going well, and just give an overall snapshot of how that teacher is performing. Another area of strength, school leaders observe me frequently. That was a score on average of 4.2 from staff responses. And then I observe teachers frequently, both administrators strongly agreed with an average score of 5.0 there. Deadlines are set forth to ensure all staff are aware of roles, topics, objectives, norms, and being informed allows staff to be prepared in our meetings as well as provide valuable insight to the topics discussed. This is done through one-on-one meetings. And with these, there are going to be agenda sent out to each teacher to be able to address each bullet point of what is going to be addressed in that one-on-one. So able to identify successes, training updates, personal goals, student achievement, goal progress, and any needs or action items. So as the teacher fills this out, they're going to basically be able to see the template of how the conversation is going to go. So they're prepared for each area, to discuss each area. And then from the administrator side, gives a little bit of feedback from how the teacher perceives each one of these areas before going into the meeting. So that way, both on the same page of what's going to be discussed, what areas need to be addressed, and either address teacher concerns or find teacher strengths. Area of growth identified mainly from the administration side. Teachers can explain which of their instructional strategies have the strongest and weakest relationships to student achievement. On the strength for this, I can explain which of my instructional strategies have the strongest and weakest relationships to student achievement. That is backed up by lesson plans that provide the framework and guides guiding one's instruction. These are completed, uploaded in the designated folder, as well as printed before 7 a.m. every Monday to start each week. Coaching boards in classroom. The indicator was an area of weakness and needed improvement for 2.4. So coaching boards now provide a visual representation of our model of instruction. Each category is listed on the board and posted in every classroom. When walkthroughs occur, administrators will use a tally to mark each area they observed during that observation. This allows instant feedback to be given to the teacher for teacher self-reflection. So on the strong side, in lesson plans, each teacher fills out what each lesson is going to look like through the week, and that is available for each teacher to see, administrators to see, and on up the chain. So there's accountability of what's supposed to be being taught in the class each day and what each lesson is going to look like. And then to improve the practices of teachers knowing what's supposed to be matching our instructional model framework, coaching board and the main coaching education office is going to show what is being observed each time someone walks through a classroom. And then a smaller version of this is provided for a teacher in each one of their classrooms. So we can see what should be taught in each class and recognize how often that is occurring through walkthroughs. That is it for Lewis Success Academy for HRS Indicator 2.4.